sent out a newsletter a short time ago where I shared with you an image of a director of purchasing from a very large hospital complex on the East Coast. And my client provider and I were able to score a sit down with them because they are literally paying $6,000 per day for hospital discharges. They're paying $6,000 per day for discharge transportation, and they're very unhappy with the providers they have. They pay that $6,000 to multiple providers. They're sick and tired of trying to herd the cats and manage the clown show. They're looking for a single provider, and we are working to capture it all. $6,000. This agreement will be $6,000 roughly. I mean, it's sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but it'll average about $6,000 per day on hospital discharges just from these two hospitals. They either have 5 or 6 hospitals. I forgot which one. I think maybe I'm confusing them with another complex. But regardless, just these two hospitals that this particular director manages is $6,000 per day, Monday through Friday. Is less than that on the weekends. It's closer to $2,000 or $3,000 on the weekends. Regardless, as you can see, that's a lot of money. And in this screenshot that I shared with you, when we were at lunch with this director, he's the one that showed it to us. He volunteered this information, and I asked him if I could take a screenshot of his phone. I told him I'd obviously, black out all any pertinent information to protect his info. But while we were at lunch, and he said every few hours he gets these updates, so whoever generates this and sends it to him, whatever, in that image that I shared in that newsletter, it was something like they had like 20, between the two hospitals, they had something like 20 something, like mid 20s in terms of people sitting in their waiting rooms. They had like 30 or 40 something people who were in the intake process. And then they had, I want to say they were like in the 80s, low 80s maybe. Forgive me, I don't have the information in front of me like I did in the newsletter. But let's say they had, 70, 80 plus people who were actually in rooms in the ERs.